High horsepower and top-notch drivers battling for NASCAR supremacy. Action-packed, side-by-side racing is headed straight at you with the one and only NASCAR Modifieds.
Wash and detail services, 91 octane non-ethanol fuel, snacks, wine, beverages, food. Don't go anywhere except Trophy Fuel and Wash. Just like these drivers are coming to the Trophy Fuel and Wash flag stand, looking for the green.
Modifieds coming around. Mike Davis, your race leader. Cody Griffith down low. Tommy Herod, problems in the 82. Tommy off pace onto the grass. PBT Auto Sales. 125 big ones coming for your Idaho Asphalt Services Hornets tonight, but we're going to find ourselves a winner in this one. Green flag flies for the Modifieds. Davis Stone up front, tire to tire, Nerf bar to Nerf bar. They're going to battle it out for the early lead in this one. Titus Clancy, Alex Duda, Taylor Achapenti moving in there. Achapenti underneath the 6 of Titus Clancy. Battles tight all the way through the field. Look at the modified competition on a Saturday night here to wrap up the month of May at Meridian Speedway. Davis holding on to the top spot. It has the high line wide open. Titus trying to get a little bit of extra horsepower to clear Taylor Achapenti. Alex Duda not going to wait. He shoots up there. To the high side as they work their way towards the front. Davis, Doan, Duda, your top 3. Taylor Achapenti, he's moving into the mix now. Achapenti, rookie in the field, working through. Driving that machine. He had a great run a few weeks ago trying to back it up. Chasing down those top 3, though. Iron Mike Davis, Dan Doan. Alex Duda goes high. Taylor Achapenti going to take advantage as he's looking low, trying to get a little more out of that 98 machine, and he does. He's going to go side by side under the yellow water tower. Battle for the podium. Bad news for Achapenti. We've got a lapper on the inside, so things could go south for that inside line as we roll up on the smoking number 7. Achapenti, Titus Clancy. Taylor trying to go up just about a half a groove, and he does. Titus Clancy has to let out. Great racing by your NASCAR modified drivers tonight. Doan. And into the wall goes Latham. Problems for the 23. PBT Auto Sales caution is out for Kyle Latham tonight. Little bit of contact from the 7 machine. Kyle's telling him, let's go out to dinner afterwards. And the 7 heads to the pit area. This time by Dan Doan, Mike Davis, Taylor Achapenti, Alex Duda, your top 4. Here we go. Green, green, green. Iron Mike Davis going to try to make the high line the place to be. Dan Doan. Doan drives it right back underneath there in turns 3 and 4. NASCAR modified competition is heavy tonight. Nearly identical lap times from front to back throughout the field. And they're going side by side, nose to tail through it. Alex Duda, Taylor Achapinti on the outside looking in of that top spot battle. They're just waiting for the lane to open up. And when one of them does, there's going to be a freight train to the front. Davis has Achapinti, Clancy, Randolph behind him. Duda is bringing Strickwerda and Rusty Hott. Which is it going to be? Dan Doan, the leader. Is it going to be that inside line to the front? Or can Iron Mike Davis find a little more traction to get that car back into the mix? It looks like it's an inside line freight train to the front for now. Duda goes top shelf. Taylor Achapinti quickly dives down low. He sees what's happening in front of him. He doesn't want to get left behind. As they roll in through the north end of the racetrack, 25 laps to go. Tommy Herod done for the night. Herod heads to the pit area in the 82 machine. Duda, Doan, Strickwerda, top 3, coming out of turn number 4. Taylor Achapinti still there in that 4th spot, piloting that 98, driving the wheels off that machine in front of Rusty Hott. Iron Mike Davis starting to get shuffled back, but he is not going back easily. Mike Davis, a huge competitor out here at Meridian Speedway, trying to hang on with all he's got. Brendan Fries, Titus Clancy, Josh Randolph round out your modified field. IAS Hornets, locked, loaded, ready for the big show. Coming up right after this one. Doan, Duda. Oh, Doan nearly into Duda as they come through the middle of the corner. Some tight racing action. Next time they cross the Trophy Fuel and Wash flag stand, they're going to see the cross flags at the Caleb's Chop Shop Victory Lane. Halfway home. Oh, Strickwerda goes sideways. Achapinti takes advantage. Taylor Achapinti now. He's going to battle for a podium spot. The 98 on the inside, the 80 on the high side. They're trying to follow Dan Doan, Alex Duda. Up in front, Doan down the middle of the racetrack. Now he finds the low line. Great run there by the 71. The 80 of Strickwerda trying to make something happen as well. Alex Duda says, battle behind me as long as you want. I'm going to try to check out and take home the final main event in May for the Bud Mods tonight. Strickwerda now hop on the high side of Achapinti. Whoa, Strickwerda into Doan, or Doan into Strickwerda. A little rubbing, little racing. Modified style in downtown Meridian. James has to regroup in the 80. Going to try it again there. Doan down the inside. The high line's open for the 80 if he can get up and around. Rusty Hott, Brendan Fries, Taylor Achapinti, they're coming as well. Josh Randolph was stuck at the back. Now he's got some open racing as he tries to pick off a few spots before this one's done. 16 circuits on the Pepsi-Cola scoreboard. NASCAR Modifieds in the house on a Neil Allen Fine Jewelry Race for Hunger 125 Saturday night. Brought to you by our local Toyota dealers. One more piece of Trammell hardware getting ready to be handed out. And we find ourselves a modified winner tonight. Duda, Strickwerda, Doan, Achapinti, Hop. Your top 5. Rusty Hop trying to find his way into that 4th spot. Taylor Achapinti going to battle him till the end there. It's really up to Dan Doan. Dan Doan kind of down the middle. Officials letting him know, pick a line, high line, low line. You got to pick one of them because you've got some side-by-side position battles behind you. Rusty Hop looks high. Taylor Achapinti on the low side. Dan Doan. There he is enough room. Rusty trying to make something happen on the high line. Duda, Strickwerda, they are out on a Saturday night cruise. James Strickwerda battle for the lead out of turn number 4. Strickwerda looks high side on Alex Duda. Duda drives out of it. He does a great job up front. Still a lot of laps to go, though. Alex Duda hanging on for dear life as James Strickwerda going at him there on the rear bumper. 12 laps to go. Achapinti deep in the field, got stuck behind the 71. He jumps up, still there in the mix, in the top 5. He's going to try to go around Doan. He does. Taylor Achapinti back into the top 5 for your NASCAR Bud Mods tonight. James Strickwerda, there he goes, top shelf on Duda. Single-digit laps this time around, 9 on the board, 9 laps away for Strickwerda and Duda. nearly a dead heat across the start-finish line. Alex had a little bit of an edge, but look at that. James Strickwerda, he's already got a main event win in 2025, and he's looking for another. Hop, Freeze, Achapenti, your top 5 NASCAR mods, 8.5 to go. James Strickwerda, he's going to seal the deal right there. Your new race leader in sole possession of the top spot. James Strickwerda, Duda, Hop, Freeze, and Achapenti trying to hold on. Behind Achapenti, you've got Randolph, Doan, and Clancy coming into the mix. Titus Clancy goes to the high side of Doan. Iron Mike Davis back there in the battle as well, as we're starting to stretch out your NASCAR Bud Mod 7 on the board. Now 6 circuits for James Strickwerda, looking to pick up main event win number 2 of 2025 in that 80 machine. Duda, Hop, Smoke, again, out of the 64. We'll keep an eye on that. Multi-time champ Brendan Freeze in the 34, trying to be a part of this one before the checkers fly. 6 to go. Achapenti going to have his hands full with Josh Randolph here in a minute. The 22 wants to move on to the Pepsi-Cola scoreboard. The rookie in the 98 going to try to hold him off and hang on for a top 5 finish on a Neil Allen Race for Hunger 125 Saturday night. It's nearly time to roll your Hornets out. 4 laps away for James Strickwerda. Randolph, Achapenti, that's a battle for 5th. White flag gonna fly for James Strickwerda. This time by. One more time around. Battle we're gonna be watching. Randolph and Achapenti for 5th and 6th. Josh Randolph making a move. Everybody else pretty locked into their positions. Checkers in the air for James Strickwerda. Photo finish for 5th, coming through 3 and 4. Josh Randolph, Taylor Achapenti. Oh, and at the stripe, it's going to be Randolph edging him out and getting that spot on the board. What a run, up and out. James Strickwerda tonight, taking home another main event win. Come over here, James. That's 2 already this year.
Surprise too.
No, man, you drove the wheels off it. You got out there in front. The other guys were trying to chase you down. Huge main event win. 2 on the year, and we're not even into the month of June yet. What a way to kick off the season. Who do you want to thank, James?
Oh, just first off, love to thank my wife. You know, she's always out there supporting me. She loves and let me do this. And as well as my parents, they are also my other #1 sponsors. You know, reason why I get to do all this. My main sponsors that I have is All Parts Brokers and Alder Farms. So they help make this all happen.
We got like 4.5 months left. What are we going to have, like 8 or 9 wins by the end of the year?
Let's hope so.
So, Meridian Speedway, put your hands together for your main event winner, James Strickwerda. Is that what it was? I thought that's what we did last year. Happy Wednesday, Patrick. Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
Uh-oh.
There I can. All of a sudden I can hear you.
Now you can hear me?
Don't move. Yep. We're good. How's it going, man?
I'm just glad I'm here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like midweek. I don't know. I think I had like a midweek Monday.
Yeah, for sure.
So I could really use a midweek Friday.
Oh, amen to that.
But not happening. Other than that, we got some racing in this weekend, right?
Yeah, we did some racing. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Welcome, everybody. This is the Pit Stop Podcast. I'm taking the lead tonight. Brent said I could, so don't worry about it. Shout out to the folks from, hello, Jeremy.
Oh,
hello, Jeremy. This came in the mail. Look at that. It's like a nice canvas. Look at this. It's all framed up and everything. Yeah. It's still in plastic. I haven't even taken it out of the plastic yet.
I would leave it in plastic. That's going to be worth millions someday.
Looks good, huh? Anyways, thanks to Jeremy for that. Just going to go right here next to me.
Yeah. Hey, Patrick, are you able to throw comments on? You can see the comments. Can you put them on the screen?
Let me see.
If you hit the little plus.
I think I can. I got to exit. I was in full screen mode.
Oh.
While I'm trying to,
yeah, just go ahead.
I'll try to pull that up. While I was doing that, shout out to the folks. This Pit Stop Podcast is brought to everybody courtesy of the folks at the Race to End Bullying. RacetoEndBullying.com. You can get info on how you can be a part of the cause. Let's see. I'm trying to.
Yeah, you're in control now.
Trying to show a thing here, but I don't know what's going on.
We've got Zach Reidolches on there.
There you go.
Sorry, we're learning on the fly.
My computer is so slow. Yeah.
There we go. All right. Just that way we can both do it. You know.
Mitch Pearson in the house. What up?
We flip-flopped because I put Patrick in charge today. See,
yeah.
Those are the real fans that realize. Look at that.
I know, huh? They're like,
you guys are backwards.
Yeah, I am, Brian, on the left side of the screen. Kind of weird for me too, but don't worry. In the driver's seat tonight. So the Race to End Bullying, they're the folks that put on this podcast for us. Natalie Waters, part of that. Also, the folks that made this picture for me of Natalie's car, Overturf Photography. They make great things like this and many other types of things, fridge magnets, Christmas ornaments, shot glasses, posters, anything that you can think of, they can make it for you. Jeremy, yes, this was the first night that I got to interview him in the Winner's Circle back at Rocky Mountain Raceways in Salt Lake City. It was a great time. So, Overturf Photography, shout out to you guys and the folks from the Race to End Bullying. This is the Pit Stop Podcast tonight. We were going to have some guests on. We had to reschedule. That happens every now and then. So we get to talk about the racing that we got to experience this past weekend. I've got some would you rather questions going to be kind of interesting to talk about.
Nice.
So we can have some for us, like announcer would you rathers. And then I've got some that are kind of like for race fans in general, just for fun. So we can have people, if you're watching right now, get ready to comment and let us know your would you rathers. I'll throw them out in just a second. Where were we at here? So we got people chiming in already. Look at everybody doing all this.
And that's how you partake.
Yeah. Races for fun. Hi, guys. Hello. Love that. We got Dan Coyle in the house. What up, Dan? Good evening to you. We've even got the guy who started all of this, Steve Castile, Spanky, my two most favorite announcers. We're the announcers he has to put up with the most, I guess is kind of how that works. But Spanky started all this. He gave me the Intimidator right here and the number 3, diecast number 3 Goodwrench car.
I love that. I love that car.
Me too. It's nice. My kids try to take it, and I'm like, listen, you guys don't understand. This isn't just like a Hot Wheels car to play with. Riley. Oh, did you see Riley's comment here?
No, I didn't get down to it.
Riley said, if I could be a special guest.
Don't tempt us with a good time. It's a click of a button and you're live on the air, Riley Robert.
Mm-hmm.
See, but we would probably invite him just like off the cusp. And yes, right there. He probably wouldn't have his shirt on or something. And then the whole show would go right down the tubes and the Facebook gods would like cancel us.
Yeah, the algorithms would work against us. But we appreciate you guys being here, being a part of the show. This is what it's all about. This is what we want it to be about, at least, is being able to just hang out with our favorite people, and race fans are our favorite people. So,
We love them all.
yeah, we do love them all. It's all part of the family. And being part of the family, you guys have to deal with us. Did you want to talk about some of the racing that you got to experience up there in Meridian?
Yeah, well, I'll just run through it real quick, and then we'll talk twin, and then whatever else you got.
Okay.
Saturday night was the Neil Allen Fine Jewelry Race for Hunger 125, brought to you by Neil Allen Fine Jewelry. 125 laps for the IAS Hornets. And I tell you what, Patrick, when the Hornets see 125 laps and they see that Neil Allen Fine Jewelry is gonna Riley's special. Brian, he is one. Yes, I think we are. We're legally obligated to let Riley Robert be on the show due to his specialness. So, with someday we'll bring him back on. 125 laps. There's money involved. When the Hornets, then you get like sprint car drivers like Casey Tillman jumping in a Hornet. You've got all your Hornet regulars. You've got street stock drivers like Andrew Palmer that they drug in a Hornet at like 11:30 and he jumped in it and threw a 22 on the side. When they rolled out onto the track, 30 Hornets, 125 laps. Ron Clausen is kind of the class of the Hornet field at Meridian this year. He led. He had some contact with Tillman, and then he had some other issues with the car. Anyway, 125 laps, no big carnage, but Casey Tillman walks away as the Neil Allen Fine Jewelry Race for Hunger champ. So congrats to Casey. He said the next time he sees Neil Wasmuth, who owns Neil Allen Fine Jewelry, he hopes it's in 2 weeks when Neil is handing him the 2025 diamond ring that Neil is building for the Diamond Cup. So congrats to him. Had a great run. Tillman just kind of walked away with it. There's 2 cars on the lead lap. Casey Tillman, Titus Clancy. Everybody else was like in a different city. So when you have that many laps and that fast to race cars, that's the way it works.
Yeah.
If you guys joined us just a minute ago, the NASCAR Modifieds, their first main event, or their main event on Saturday night, 40 laps. They all got some extra laps. James Strickwerda picks up number 2 on the year. Pretty exciting race. Kyle Latham, probably one of the guys. Brendan Fries, a couple of the guys you would think go in. They had a rookie on the inside. He kind of bumped up, hit Fries, hit Latham. Those guys didn't get a chance to finish, but pretty good run there for James Strickwerda. He said he was surprised. Like, you can't get out of a car on your second win of the year and say you're surprised. You got to be like that confidence, you know?
Yeah.
You got to do that. Of course, Andrew Palmer, cute little kid. Nobody can beat him, though. So Palmer wins the street stock race, Idaho CDL Training Street Stocks. And mini stocks, another one, Morgan Trammell. Somebody's got to figure out how to stop that winged number 69 car before it gets out of hand, because he's going to start walking away with some championship points gaps before the 4th of July if he goes down there. And so that's it. And then we'll talk about what's coming up Saturday after that. So just congrats to those winners. 4 big classes, 4 big winners, and it was about 101 degrees up at Meridian that night. So the crowd was good. You know, we had our fans in there. So that was Meridian in a nutshell.
Sounds like a good time. Russell Hills was chiming in saying, what up? Good evening, guys. Good evening, Russell. Also, Chuck. Good job, guys, he says.
Yeah, Chuck is our main cameraman at Meridian Speedway. So Chuck's
there you go.
Working hard.
Appreciate you, Chuck. Let's see. We'll give you a quick recap of Magic Valley Speedway. I'm just going to be straight up. Car count kind of sucked.
We need more.
We need more. We did Hornets. Hornets showed up. So, I mean, it was fun to watch the Hornets because we had, I don't know, 13, 14. You know, it was a decent field for the Hornets. Dusty Sterner, main event winner for the Fast Lane Automotive Hornets. McDonald's Street Stocks, only a handful. Not, you know, great drivers were out there. Mitch Pearson, Zane Newberry, Ron McClyman, Zach Rideout, Jeff Peck. Just we wanted to see more. You know what I mean? Some of the guys that we normally see, like Josh Cuff, wasn't there, and you know some of these people that we've seen in recent races. Mitch Pearson, though, main event winner. Been there before. He'll do it again. You know what I mean? You know Mitch, great driver. So pretty good race in there. Trucks, man, I wanted to see. We had twin 35s. Jeff Wade couldn't be beat. 29 truck. It was the best way I could describe it was he made it seem like his truck wasn't even working that hard. You know, because his truck was just everybody else truck's working, trying to catch him. Yeah, and his was just 70. What did they say? 72 years old.
Yeah,
72.
A little bit.
And he did it twice. So
Twice.
Both main events go to Jeff Wade, and it was funny. He's getting out of the car, you know what I mean? But I mean, or getting out of the truck, excuse me. He's you know, kind of aching, whatever. It was kind of funny. But I mean, the dude's 72. Cut him some slack. He did a great job, and he made it look easy. Pepsi Sprints ran double mains as well. Only a few of those. But what I would like to see is who was there, because it was a group of youngsters, right? So Riley Rogers, AJ Lutmer, Nate Little. Nate Little's, he's good. Jordan Harris. So great drivers. A lot of youth there. We'd like to see that. So Riley Rogers won both mains there. Super good 00 car, super fast. Thunderdogs, crazy Thunderdog. Didn't have a lot, only had three. But it got crazy. You know, Adam made him run he called it the pretzel. You know what I mean? On this, he set out this little course that the drivers don't know until the actual moment that it's going to happen. So that was fun. And he actually made him race the last 2 laps in reverse.
Ooh.
Or he said put it in R for race, but
R
you know,
for yep.
One of the cars legit on the back stretch went up over that little safety wall. You know what I mean? Over on the, yeah, it was not good, but everybody was okay, I believe.
Fun to watch.
Which fun, crowd loved it, of course, right? Something crazy like that happens. Everybody loses their stuff, lose their mind. Late models, Sean Lester, Peyton Hardenbrook showing up again, ready to put on a show. And it's like we've seen, you know, Sean Lester, veteran guy, been there, super fast driver. Yep. Peyton Hardenbrook getting better and better every single time, and I love that. But we want to see more. So Adam Nilsson said something there. Here's Spanky. Hopefully late models improve the car count this week with the rule adjustments, and the Legends will be off the hook. Bingo. Couldn't have said it any better. So they made the announcement they're going to change the rule package for the late models to be able to include more people, because there's a lot of late models in the area that want to be involved. So I guess Adam said they were trying to run an economical package, a rules package, to try, you know what I mean? Because race cars can get super expensive, super fast. There's a lot of guys that said, hey, let's, you know, just open it up. Let's do this. We'll come down. So we're going to see how that goes. And car count should just go up, which is great for the fans, great for the track. And then, like Spanky said, legends, yo, legends. I've said it. This is the year of the legends.
We had 28 at Meridian last time.
28. And it's going to be the more we get into the season, I feel like we're just going to be surprised with how many, you know, we're going to have battles for championship points and stuff. And with some of the events that we've got coming up, it's going to be super, super good. I also saw a bit of news that me as a race fan got me excited. So there's a family that raced at RMR back in the day, a gentleman by the name of Joe Bowen, and super great guy. I love to watch him race. And as soon as RMR closed, you know, kind of went to the dirt track route, kind of did some other stuff. Kids in the quarter midgets, who to me were babies at the time at RMR, you know what I mean? So little. And they posted a picture this past weekend. They've got one of their boys a legend. And they said, we're excited to be racing in Twin this coming weekend. So I'm so stoked. It's crazy to think that one of those kids is old enough to be in a legend car right now. But I'm stoked to see some people that I haven't seen in years, and to see the future of the sport and the legends class in particular, to know that there's another great family there. Yeah, it's so awesome. I'm stoked. So Spanky was right. Legends are going to be off the hook.
Going to have a ton of them.
Yeah.
So you got a big weekend coming up.
I'm excited for it. And I got a babysitter too. So for the young ones, so it's going to be really, really great. I just got to remember to bring my tripod. I want to get some videos like you did. You got some videos in the pits and stuff at Meridian, right? Post them to our YouTube page. If you're watching right now, haven't seen those, you're going to want to stay on the Facebook and the YouTube, because Brent is always recording videos and he sends them right there so that whoever he's talking to, you guys can see and get the info.
Yeah. I got a big shout out though to Peyton Banks. He's our Speedcast.tv Flow Racing producer.
Yeah.
And Peyton is always good enough to get there early with me and hang out, and we wander the pits and get interviews and stuff. So just a shout out to Peyton. Guys like that don't really get seen or heard, but we couldn't do some of that stuff without him.
Yeah, that's for sure. Got a comment here. Zach.
Do the
Bandos.
bandos
That's popping up. Bandos, let's see. So, yes, on the schedule for this weekend at Magic Valley Speedway, 6 speedy divisions set for Grace Assisted Living Night Showdown. So, here's what's on the schedule for this weekend. It says Speed Tour Modifieds, Snake River Legends, Western Mountain Inc. NASCAR Late Models, McDonald's Street Stocks Speedway Bandoleros, and the Fastlane Automotive Hornets battle for the night's Western Mountain Inc. hardware. It's going to be good.
Yeah, got some bandos on the schedule.
Also, something just caught my attention. Buy one, get one hot dog night.
Yep. What else can you ask for?
From me, not a lot.
Nope.
So make sure you come ready to have hot dogs.
Yes.
Get a drink too. It's going to be hot. It was kind of hot at Twin Falls last weekend. I don't know. I mean, it's summer, right? So it's like it's hot. A little bit of a breeze, like we always get in Twin. So it was bearable. It was definitely a day you want to stay hydrated. And the ice cream. I was trying to tell people, you got to get the ice cream. If you're at the racetrack, get an ice cream. The hand dipped in the candy shell. Why not?
You could get an ice cream this weekend. You could buy one hot dog, get one hot dog free. I don't know. What else?
You save enough money on the hot dog to get the ice cream.
Yeah, exactly. So the dessert's on the house, essentially.
It's like a built-in date night.
Dang.
2 hot dogs, ice cream.
Split the ice cream, meet in the middle like Lady and the Tramp.
See?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't watch a lot of movies, but I love that one.
You've seen enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Grace Assisted Living Night Showdown. Buy one, get one hot dog night this weekend, Magic Valley Speedway. What do you guys got lined up in Meridian this weekend?
We're taking over your double mains. So Saturday night, American Staffing Twin 35s. We're going to start with bike races for kids.
Cool.
Big thanks to Wendy's, Meridian Bowling Lanes, and the Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill. They're helping us with some bike racing prizes, not the bar and grill. We're not going to give the kids a free beer, but Meridian Lane's going to help them go bowling. Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill is in there. So you drop the kids off to go bowling, and if you'd like a adult beverage, you can have one of those too. Anyway, that went the wrong way. NASCAR modifieds are back. The Zamp late models, the NASCAR trucks are going from Twin back up here to Meridian. Pepsi sprint cars, you got them last week. We get them for double mains this weekend. Project Filter Pro 4s are going to combine with mini mods. And then, of course, the kids are going to be behind the wheel of some Trammell Construction Stingers. Datatel, Randy and the gang helping us with some hardware up here at Meridian Speedway Saturday night on speedcast.tv. So double mains, always fun. I mean, from the drop of the hat, once we get the bike race in and the kids are all hot and sweaty, we go double main. I have a bike, Patrick. I have a 3-wheel bike with a basket. Should I race it?
Yes.
Do you know who it belonged to?
No.
Our dear friend Dan Breach.
Oh,
So
really?
I have that bike in my garage. It's even got a bell.
I mean, let her rip.
3-wheeler. I mean, that's got to be. Is that cheating? Because I have an extra wheel.
That's a good question.
Um,
I'll have to look at the rules. I don't think so.
the best thing would be is like if I pass out in turn 1, somebody can put me in the basket, and then somebody can haul my butt around. So anyway, bike races for kids. Bring a helmet. Bring a bike. Maybe I'll bring mine too.
Sounds good to me. That's a good time. You should bike while you announce.
I should. But that's almost in
Announce.
announcing. The only problem is in my fat, out of shape state, I'd be breathing really heavy, probably not getting the words out. I do that when I run up the stairs after a main event. I have to sit down for a minute and make sure that Chris is playing some music so that I can catch my breath and take a drink of my fruity water.
Oh, man. I can relate to that so much.
Yeah.
Hi, Sherry.
Sherry is here and the family. Dr. Pepper and ice cream for you, too. I saw Zach.
Sherry is like basically the coordinate. Oh, yeah, Zach, Dr. Pepper and ice cream. It's basically a winning combo anywhere you go. It doesn't have to be at the racetrack. It could be anywhere. That's the key to life is Dr. Pepper. Sherry, though, shout out to Sherry. She's the coordinator for the Race to End Bullying. Handles all their social and everything. So if you get in touch with those guys, you're probably going to talk to Sherry, and she is a gem.
Yes.
Steve Castile, our friend Spanky, had something to say.
Peer pressure, bringing the bike out. I'll do it, Spank. Now that you said it, now I have to do it. I might bring it out.
Dan So would want you to do it.
I'll lock it up in the barn, and anytime I need to like cruise on over to the north end of the pits, I'm gonna go breach style. I'll take the flag behind me. I got to get the tires fixed because it's been in my garage. For a few years. So.
Do you have a little
I need to take it out. I need to take it out on Thursday night in practice, Patrick. It's been a long time since my fat butt's been on a bike. So
someone's going to be like, who's that out there running laps? Is that a tricycle?
It's a tricycle with a grocery cart attached to the back. So, oh well, we'll try it.
Someone take a picture. I want to see it. Yeah, that's going to be fun, man. Kids races, the bikes, they take those things seriously too. So if you're going to be in Meridian, make sure you stop by the racetrack this weekend. Gates open at
4:45.
Same in Twin. So if you're going to be anywhere near Twin Falls, come on down to Magic Valley Speedway. It looks like, Brent, we're going to get you racing because you've already got a sponsor.
I have a sponsor? Oh, Steve Cat.
Spanky. He'll sponsor that. Look at that, dude. We'll get you all official.
I might do that.
We might have to do like we'll have kids night, like bike races for kids, and we could do bike races for more life experience folks.
Fat old grandpas.
Tricycle races. Everybody has to be on 3 wheels.
We could do that.
We'll workshop it and figure something out. We'll create our own class, but we got sponsors rolling already. That's all that matters.
Hey, I have one thing to interrupt you with real quick.
I've
just received a very important message from our friend. Well, I won't give his name up yet, but he said Riley Robert really wanted to be on our show tonight. So he said, here, make him be on your show. Oh, is it going to work? There's Riley Robert on the show. Hang on, him. There. Oh, I'm trying to get the right glare off of it. Hang on. Okay, I'll come back. We'll actually put these pictures on the show. So
you'll get it on there.
Talking, I'll get them on there. So
No worries. Okay, so Kendra chiming into it. Bike races for seniors. There you go. I didn't want to use that word because I love you, Brent, but she said it, not me. Okay.
Kendra Diane, don't forget, sometimes you need my help unloading your race car. I would hate to see a brake line. I would hate to see a brake line accidentally get cut by calling me old. So just saying, just sending that out there to her. Seniors.
That's why I said life experience, just a little more experience. That's all.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Patrick.
Yeah.
Kendra.
All right. Look, let's,
okay.
Yeah,
you
we got
talk for a second. I'm going to go download this picture, but I'm still right here looking at you. But if I
Yeah,
look like
no
I'm
worries.
looking away.
Okay, so I'm going to throw out some would you rathers, okay? And so I want everybody, I'll do this for everybody. We're going to throw these questions out, so you guys make sure you comment real quick and let us know your take.
Okay.
We even got Spanky's LOLing at Kendra. We got Brian, need to find you some kind of speed suit like the Olympic speed skaters. Ooh, yeah, like one of those super tight onesies, huh? They're aerodynamic.
Let me just tell you, I do not look good in spandex. Not that I ever have had it on. But I don't think that would look good.
The right occasion. Jeff said I'd pay to see Brent on a Minnie Mouse bike. Look at that.
I wouldn't speak too much, Jeff, because if I do get out there on a bike in 90-degree weather, he's our safety crew, and I might need mouth to mouth.
It's like you might need a little CPR action, Jeff.
I might need a little CPR there, Aston. Okay. Sorry to interrupt you. There you go. You're good to go.
It's okay. Here's a would you rather. Okay, everybody right now. Would you rather drive the pace car? We're talking about once, right? So for one race, you can drive the pace car, or would you wave the green flag for one main event? What would you rather do?
I'd go pace car. That's what I'm thinking.
You'd go pace car?
Yeah, I'm thinking pace car.
I'd wave the green flag. I'm too scared in the cars. I can't do any kind of speed. You know what I mean?
Randy got you on that one. So
it was traumatic for me. Look at and he's chiming in here. We'll see. So Sherry said she'd drive the pace car. I mean, it kind of depends on what the pace car is too. Randy, you in the passenger? No, Randy, I wouldn't be in the passenger seat because I love life and I want to live it.
Ooh. Sorry, I just big this. What else? Does anybody else want to know? Who else wants to wave the green flag? Anybody?
Yeah. Let me see.
Brian Malloy.
Brian Malloy. He'd wave the green flag. I can appreciate that.
I'm multitasking and I'm not good at that.
Spanky says he'd drive the pace car.
Jeremy White wants to go pace car driving.
He could pilot a pace
car. Would you ride with Jeremy or Randy Kerr? Who would you ride in the pace car with? Who would you choose?
I don't know, man. I want to say Jeremy. Russell would wave the green flag. Listen, I've already risked my life once with Randy. I don't know if I could get in another four-wheeled vehicle with that man. Jeremy would it would either be I'd have to make him swear on his life to keep it under 20. Because Jeremy, listen, any kind of speed, I don't know what it is. It kills me. I can't do that. I'm not built for that. I'm built for the booth, the booth miles an hour.
The booth doesn't move.
Yeah, exactly. I love watching racing, and that's what I love to do is watch it. I don't want to be a part of it like that. I don't know. I can't handle it. But I think it's like we mentioned, it's the whole being in control. If I'm not in control, I can't handle that.
Yeah.
And those guys know how to drive cars really, really fast, and they do it well and safe, but not being in control, I just can't handle it. Okay, so, I mean, we have a good amount. I think more people would rather drive the pace car. Couple flag waivers.
Jeff Hassan.
Very good.
Miss Emma Davis. Emma Davis is a race car driver herself. She wants to drive the pace car too. So cool.
Yeah. There you go.
All
okay, so let's throw out another one then.
What's next?
Would you rather? What? It's like an announcer one. I thought that was for anybody. I was trying to come up with some here. Would you rather have your voice used in a national race broadcast? So I'm talking TV.
Mm-hmm.
Or would you rather have your face shown on the Jumbotron for 30 seconds straight? Just right there. Just you on the Jumbotron.
No, it's got to be my voice because I have a face for radio.
Yeah, for us, I mean, kind of easy one for us, right? Like I'd rather have my voice used on the broadcast.
I mean, you can ask my children when they FaceTime me. Like if I'm driving down the road, my phone is attached to the dashboard. I'm not driving holding it. I hit the camera reverse thing, and my son's always like, "Why are you showing me I-84?" I'm like, "Because it's a heck of a lot better than me staring at myself and you staring at me all at the same time. I am ugly." So
yeah, dude. I FaceTime a friend, and then as soon as it comes up, I see them do one of these. Like it's shot. Like what was that?
Yeah. No, I would rather hear my voice than see my face. Nate, and I got to do a NASCAR K&N race, and they put us on the nationwide live stream.
Really?
They never showed our face. Thank God.
When was that?
Oh, Nate might be watching. It was probably the second to the last NASCAR K&N race at Meridian. What they do is they show it live on like their streaming platform, and then they like voice over it with the real guys and show like the condensed version a few weeks later.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we got to do that. That was thank goodness they didn't put my picture up there.
It's all good. Sherry said she'd have her voice. Russell, voice. Steve, the voice. I'd scare off the crowd. No, you wouldn't, dude. You're a handsome devil.
Thank you.
Brian Malloy, voice. But in my official passenger announcement mode. Yeah, I mean, if you go whatever voice, he just says your voice. So
Brian's a commercial airline pilot, so that's what he meant. Like we were.
Oh, he is really
heading to Phoenix. Yeah.
Like,
and luckily, he does not fly his Legend. He keeps that on the ground. So he's got it all.
Yeah. Oh.
You may move about the cabin. I don't know. I don't like to fly, so I usually take drugs, put my AirPods in, and close my eyes until we land. Just the way I do it, Brian. Sorry. Not like illegal drugs. They were prescribed to somebody.
Okay. Here's another would you rather. Let's get this. Would you rather watch races live but bad weather, or you stream them at home, you're comfortable, but you've got laggy internet?
Mm-hmm.
So you're you're in the grandstands, bad weather, races are going on, but it's bad weather, or would you rather watch from home but your internet's kind of in and out?
Crappy internet, nice temperature, live action, smelling methanol, but it's pouring. It could be raining and freezing on you. What about you? I know mine right off the bat. Patrick's.
Dude, that's a hard one, bro.
Come on, don't let us down. I know what it should be.
Dude, no, Sherry's live always. Randy Kerr, he's quick on the response too. Said that his got to be live, got to smell it, right? Smell it and feel it. Donna.
Live, yeah.
Mine's I'll take the comfy and the internet, like the bad internet. Dude. Like I do, yeah, dude. That's me. Because why? Because bad weather, that'll set me off, man. I can't handle if depends on the bad weather. If it's raining and stuff, give me a break. Emma says if cars are still on track, weather clearly isn't that bad. So definitely on the track. Right, it depends, right? Because if you're saying rain, like, oh, rain, get me home. But if it's just like, well, it's windy or whatever, kind of, I don't know. That's not that bad.
You know, I can't even count the times growing up that my dad and I sat right in front of the announce booth on the west side, covered ourselves in a tarp or blanket that we brought out of the back of the car, waiting for it to stop. There was even a night when it poured down rain. I was announcing. I think I had like 14 people in my booth waiting for the rain to stop. The rain stopped. They all went back out and sat down in their own seats and we watched it. I'm a live guy. I love live racing. Smells good, sounds good, feels good.
Yeah, well, and like Spanky, he said, live, hot or cold, smell and sound. You can't beat it, of course, but it's the friends. That's what it is, really. Because if it's not, because I mean, yeah, I think Emma's right. If it's raining, there's not going to be racing, right?
Right.
So if bad weather just means like what windy or cloudy or whatever, I don't know. I'll be live then. I can handle that.
You just
We
don't
deal
want
with
the
wind
moisture.
all the time. Yeah, I don't want rain, freezing. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's always better to be at the track.
But it's such a cool thing though when it rains, and if you like go to the beer barn or the booth, or you go sit in your car for a minute, and then when it stops, and you know our job, it's like 5 minutes. We're gonna track is dry. We're coming. It's just like Christmas all over again because you get to go back to the racetrack. I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
do it all over again. It's exciting being at the track, and I don't. It's kind of like a thing we don't have to deal with a whole lot because even if it is windy and stuff, we're in the booth, so we have like the advantage. Like people ask me, like, "Do you really love announcing? But you drive all the way up there to Twin, blah," and I'm like, "You don't get it. I have the best seat in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm right there. I get to see everything, sun protected, wind shielded from me, everything. Couldn't ask for a better setup. So I love going to the track."
You have like a Taj Mahal announcer's booth. You got a couple benches behind you. You could stretch out, take a nap, whatever
I
you need.
basically could, yeah.
I mean, if I stretch out to take a nap in my booth, I either have to lay my head on Peyton's lap and my feet on Chrissy's, or vice versa. And either way, I don't think it's really appropriate to be doing at the workplace. So Chrissy and Peyton, relax. I'm not taking a nap this weekend.
Yeah, there's too much going on for us to even think about napping on a race day. All right, here's another one. Would you rather you're watching a race? Would you rather see a race that has no caution flags, but also no passing, or a crash fest, chaos every lap, cautions everywhere? I can tell you, Spanky probably would want the no passing, huh? The headache he has to deal with every time the yellow flag comes out.
Green, white, checkered. I love it all. I love the show part. I love the craziness. But I think if I sat down for like a 100-lap Northwest Tour race, I would be okay with some nose to tail, caution-free racing. As an announcer, as an official, if you can say, man, that race just went green, white, checkered, and it was 45 laps, that's pretty cool.
But no passing.
That's the only thing that kind of made me like, yeah, so. Our job would be more exciting if they mingled it up a little bit with a little beating and banging, right?
Yeah, Emma says no cautions for sure. I mean, I get it from a racer's perspective, right? Mm-hmm. Like those things cost a lot of money. They don't want them banged up. Russell says no cautions.
Sherry doesn't want any caution.
No caution, but no passing. Like that's what I mean. I want to see people get passed, right? Like I want to see the action like that. Yeah. Brian says no caution, but like when there are passes. Yeah, but not here. This is no caution, no passes. That's the rules on this one.
Donovan Barr.
Donovan, what up? No worries.
Donovan Barr got a pretty new race suit he put on Facebook today. Looking hot, Donovan.
Ooh, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's the second guy I've called hot tonight. I think I might need to go get a drink.
I think I would go with the chaos every lap, Two reasons. One, the chaos. A lot of fans, they like the chaos, right? I don't like to see cars get messed up just because I feel so bad for the crews and stuff that I know, man, it's going to take so many hours on top of what they already spend on these things. So I like to see the chaos passing, but also I don't mind a yellow flag here or there. That's a little bit of time just for the fact to let's give the folks opportunity to go get a Dr. Pepper, go get them some ice cream,
buy one, get one hot dog.
Buy one, get one hot dog, a Grace Assisted Living night at Twin Falls. Or to bust out just one of those songs that we, Diana has some songs for longer cautions, things like that. Yet perfect example, YMCA, those kind of fun little things to get people up and moving and stuff like that. So I kind of would take the chaos.
Chaos. Patrick's in for the chaos.
I'm here for the chaos. That's what I like.
Got another one?
Let's see.
You find another one. This
I'll
I
find
just
another
wanted, while you're looking, everybody earlier in the show, Riley Robert wanted to be on our show. I didn't get a link sent to him, but Randy Kerr took care of us. So any Riley Robert fans, there's Riley on our show. That's a very flattering pic. There's Riley with his little helmet on. That's nice. There you go, Riley. Courtesy of Randy Kerr, you have now been on the show.
Oh,
On the Pit Stop Podcast. This one, though, what the heck? What is he doing there? Looked like he stuck his finger in a light socket. His hair's standing up.
he's just stoked to be there.
I'm so happy at the racetrack. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Look at
Here's one.
Brian's real quick. He said he loves the chaos as long as it's not his cars. There you go.
Yeah, I know, right? As long as it's somebody else's, you're not footing the bill. It's all right.
That's
And that's the thing.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the one I've got. Would you rather take a ride along with your favorite driver, full speed, hot lap, or you get to go to dinner with them where they open up about everything. You can ask them whatever. They open up about everything, anything you want to ask them with your favorite driver.
I don't ride with people. I'll go to dinner and just hear about it. I have to be in control. Riding with people like through downtown Boise scares me. Around a racetrack, I can't do it. Let's go to dinner. Let's have a steak, and we'll talk about what you would have done if I was riding with you, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's what it was. That's what Riley was doing, is that truck banquet. That's what Spanky said.
That's why he was so. Him and Randy Kerr and Spanky were all partying probably.
Okay, so Spanky says he'd go to dinner with them. I think I would too. How could you not? I mean, that you get your favorite driver, you could ask them about anything. They open up, you go to dinner. Russell would take the ride along because, I mean, if you're cool with that, that could be exciting too, right? Depending on where you go, because
that's true.
A hot lap somewhere at like Daytona, like,
yeah, I think okay. If I was gonna hot lap with my favorite driver, though, I'd pick Meridian because I could say I did it, but it was short. Daytona, I crap my pants too much.
Can you imagine? I would cry so many tears.
You would, I know.
That long of a track, that fast.
Yeah,
I'd probably I'd be unconscious. I don't even know if I'd be able to enjoy it.
That's all right. We'll tell you enjoyed it when you're done, right?
Like, you loved it, trust me, dude.
you were smiling before your eyes rolled back in your head.
That'd be GoPro footage that would live on forever, huh? Just Patrick. No.
That'll be our new show opener if you do that. We'll use that to open the show, the video.
So I actually do have some. I'll have to see if I can find it. Back in the day, there was a media day at a track in Utah. It was a Miller Motorsports Park at the time, and they had the Pirelli World Challenge come out. So they had drivers from all over the world. They invited some media members out there. So Ron Duncombe and myself, we went out. They put us in with Team Cadillac in the Cadillac CTSV race car. Yeah, and we did a hot lap in that. And
how was that?
Scary. Because they have at that track, when they were how they were running it, you know, they had a straight across the front stretch, the start finish line, and we get pushing 130, 140 across there. Hard breakdown into turn one, you know, and then the fun just begins there, road course, whatever. But I remember I looked at the GoPro footage. It took everything inside of me to not scream. And you couldn't move, right? Thank goodness you couldn't move, because if I could have moved, I would have been flailing. I would have been doing this, you know, putting my hand on the dash and trying to signal the driver to slow down, you know. But they had me so strapped in there, so it's like this. You see the helmet, there's my eyes, and I'm just bulging, just eyes, just like I thought I saw my Lord and Savior that day. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, it happens to the best of us.
I got to see if I can find that.
I do want to say Emma Davis said she chose both. That wasn't an option, but
No,
I think
yeah.
we need to let Emma go with that one because Emma is a brand new high school graduate. She just turned 18 years old, and she's an outlaw kart driver. So I guess she gets a free pass. She can do both.
Yeah, this
Happy
time.
birthday, happy graduation, and I'll probably see her and the fam at Black Canyon Race Day Friday. So
Congratulations,
we'll let her get away
Emma.
with both.
Brian says dinner.
Mm.
Has a lot to learn. Need to bring someone along to take notes.
That's
I
a good
mean,
idea.
there's some of these guys, depend on who guys or gals, whoever you go to dinner, you could find out some pretty crazy stories, I'm sure. You know what I mean? So it would definitely be interesting, depending on who you go with, and I guess where you go to dinner, because depending on where you go, it could be a great time alone, just on what you eat.
Yeah.
And I love me some food, so it'd be hard for me to pass up dinner.
Dinner time. Yep.
Let's see. Would you rather? Okay, here's an announcer one. Maybe you guys can tell us what you'd rather have for an announcer. Would you rather have your announcer in jorts, jean shorts, right? Jorts and a tank top, or in a tuxedo?
Dan Coyle,
Listen.
you better answer this one too. He's an announcer.
Would you rather see Brent Artie in Meridian Speedway this weekend announcing in jorts and a tank top, or a tuxedo?
Remember, we are announcers. We are not high on the pay scale, so
Yeah,
if you're going tux, somebody's renting.
we're gonna
us
have to
one.
get a tuxedo rental sponsor.
I don't know. If I got the farmer tan's almost gone, so I might not look bad in a tank top today.
You would slay in a bow tie.
Now, just the
Breaking
bow tie.
hearts. How much of the tuxedo? It didn't say. It just said tuxedo.
How about jorts, tank top, and a bow tie with a cummerbund?
Oh my! Chipping Dales at the racetrack.
Yeah, if there was a crowd, there won't be any more. Brian Malloy would like to see us in a tux.
Tux. Donovan says American flag overalls, nothing underneath. Whoa.
Why'd he go there?
Wasn't an option, but okay.
Yeah, that was. I don't.
Russell said tux. Now, Brent, I've done me a tux at a championship banquet before. Have you gone full tux?
I've not. We did a few Wyra banquets. I did shirt and tie. Then I lost the tie. I didn't lose it. I just put it in my closet and never put it back on. I try to not go like this, but yeah, I've never really done the full tuxedo thing. I know Dan always wanted me to.
That's who I did full tux for Dan. He asked for it. He hooked it up though. He got it taken care of, a sponsor for us, had it squared away and ready to go. So that was Dan. You know what I mean? Yeah. He was just like, go to this place. They're going to set you up. And it was a really fun banquet.
I'm really kind of disappointed because out of your question, I do own jorts and a tank top. And nobody wants to see that. I got them. I didn't even know what they were. My youngest, Becca, my youngest daughter, like last summer, she's like, "You don't have jorts, do you?" And I'm like, "I don't even know what that is." She's like, "Jean shorts." I'm like, I've got like a whole drawer full.
You got 6 pair.
I didn't know they were a bad thing. So I don't know. They're comfy.
I definitely wore some in high school. That's how it is.
Jorts, tank top, and riding a tricycle this Saturday at the Speedway. Is that what I'm hearing?
That screams America.
Oh, there's Dan. Yeah, doesn't it? Or it screams we want our money back. One of the two.
What did Dan say there? He said middle ground, polo and cargo shorts. Now, see, actually, that is my style: polo and cargo shorts. If I could do that, that's what I would do. We're gonna have to see if we can get you tuxed up for a championship banquet one of these years. I think, Brent.
I could do it. I clean up pretty good.
Oh,
not really.
Oh, you do.
Oh.
All right. Let's see. Let's try. How about this? Would you rather? I don't know how much time we want to roll here. Would you rather?
We're here. We have the airtime.
Camp at the racetrack all weekend with no shower, or you can shower, but you have to miss the main event race?
Plug your noses, because if I'm camping at a racetrack, we're watching the whole dang thing. I mean, yeah, it doesn't get that bad. And if it's 100
Yeah.
degrees out, we all stink anyway.
Yep. Get ready. It'll be woohoo like that. It's gonna be like that.
Yep. You better like it. You're gonna smell rubber, gasoline, and Brent Hardy sweat, and we're watching the 50-lap main event till the checkers fly.
Camping at a racetrack all weekend. Diana and I actually have talked about that. We're like, we got to figure out if we can like rent an RV for a weekend or something like that and just camp. Gosh, my dang dog, what are you doing? Hey, get out of here.
He's praising Dale.
My dog, yeah, she's not the smartest, but she does enjoy Dale's mustache, I guess. She thinks he's handsome. So, yeah, but we've been trying. We're gonna see if we can rent an RV or something or a motorhome. Well, I don't know. They've got like little ones you can rent and just camp. Well, that'd be so rad. Just not leave the track all weekend once. That'd be so nice.
Yep. When my children were little, I used to pull my camp trailer and park it in the parking lot right behind the dairy barn at the racetrack on Diamond Cup weekend. And then that way, because I like to stay late and hang out with my friends, I would just like toss them all in there. They'd go to sleep, and one of my older two would watch them. We stayed at Marina Speedway all weekend long. And then as I got older, I just like fell asleep in the beer barn at night, and nobody knew I was there. Kind of like camping.
Camp out of the track, no shower. Yeah, I mean,
God,
I got nobody to impress anymore. You know what I mean? Like my wife knows what I smell like. So
that's camping.
Yeah.
What Brian Malloy want to do? I could only imagine what Brian wants.
Brian said he'd camp. Showers are overrated. But again, he said, you got to be able to share pictures. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Some things are just more important than good hygiene, right? If it's 75 Legends at Las Vegas Motor Speedway or something, or the Bull Ring, yeah, let's stink it up. I know, like Brian and these guys, they camp down at the Open Wheel Showdown. We'll talk to Davey Hamilton Jr. later this summer, and I'm going down there this year. That's my bucket list item, my one racetrack bucket list item. I'm going to the Open Wheel Showdown.
That'd be rad.
Even if I have to sneak in. Whatever.
Excuse me. We know some people. We can probably get you a good deal, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So if anybody has a place for me to sleep, that's all I need.
Okay. Here's one. Race fans, this is great. Everybody chime in on this. Would you rather you get to watch every race from the best seat in the house, but no snacks allowed all night? No snacks, no food. Or you're in wherever the worst seat is, all you can eat concessions?
Come on,
guys. That's a hard question.
That would be a hard one. That would be a tough one. Look they're all thinking about it right now. Or they're all getting their snacks out going, I'm going, I mean, I really, really try to work on my summer body this time of year, so I would just go best seat, no food.
Best seat, no food all night.
All night. Because like at the job I do, I don't eat it at the racetrack anyway. You know? Because I always wonder if I drink like 18 waters, what if I have to go number one in the middle of a main event and I'm working? I can't do it.
I mean,
God forbid I eat buy one, get one free hot dogs and buy like 12 of them, and the old gut starts hurting. I don't eat at the racetrack when I'm working. And that's probably almost too much information, but now you know.
We're going to have to get you into Patrick's shape. I can slam a cheeseburger and about 32 ounces of Dr. Pepper on the easy every week. You know what I'm saying? I know I shouldn't, but I do. It's good. I just love me racetrack food. I love it. It's part of the experience for me, you know?
It is. You only live once.
Yeah. So for me, give me the bad seat, unlimited concessions. I'm going to have me a night because, I'm still at the track.
You are. Yeah.
And I'm eating good.
That's true.
Because it's like, I'm trying to think, even at Twin, I'm thinking like, is there really a bad seat somewhere? I don't think so.
No. And
even
at Meridian, yeah. I mean, everything is tracked, yeah.
I've been to Meridian. I've walked around. I've seen every angle. You could sit wherever, and it's going to be fun.
Yep. What if you could have all the snacks you want, and the best seat in the house was the passenger seat with Randy Kerr driving the pace car?
I wouldn't be able to eat. I'd be sick. It'd be vomit everywhere. It'd be food everywhere.
Yeah, you don't
We'd
want
have
to do
to
that in
get-
the new Corvette.
Oh man.
Twin Falls Chevrolet would be like, whoa, who's detailing this?
They'd be like, yeah, you bought it. That thing's like it's like $90,000. I can't do that.
No. Yeah, that was expensive. That's a
Yeah,
lot
it's a
of
nice
money.
car. Too fast for me.
Yeah. You
Just,
got Randy
too
Turbo
fast.
in the wheel. He wasn't going to hurt you.
It's too fast. Let me see if there's any other good ones.
Okay. Grand finale. Ooh, we got okay. I just got a message from one of our people. You and me will talk off the air. We might have a opportunity for something cool. Need to hang with the North End animals.
That's a pro right there. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, it's like 2 heat races left. Everybody, down your bucket of beer. We're going pee. We got to get back for the main events. Oh, Brian.
Let's see. Russell says, yes, I could do that. I would eat before I go to the track. I mean, that's a move you could pull, right? You could eat before you go.
That's true. That wasn't in the rules. So that's not breaking the rules. Got to follow the rules. Russell Hills, him and his son, they're out there every weekend supporting all the drivers at Meridian Speedway. So we appreciate those kind of people too that are with us. Rain or shine.
Okay, here's the last one I got. Some of these aren't good. I'm trying to find some good ones online, but here's the last one I got. Would you rather go to a race alone, but you get full pit access, or you go with your friends, you go with your crew, but you stay in the stands, no pit access?
I'm a party in the pit guy.
Alone, full access, or go with the crew.
Yeah.
Stay in the stands.
So if you get pit access, nobody's allowed. It's just you wandering the pits by yourself.
Yeah, full pit access.
You want to hang out with the guys and the girls, you got to stay in the stands, and you can't touch them.
Whoever that is, friends, your family, maybe whoever, but you're with your group.
I think a one-time deal. I think I'd stay with my friends. Memories are made with a big group of people, family and friends.
Same. That's what it's got to be, right? It's like you want it'll be. I'd rather have, instead of saying, "Oh, this one time I did this. This one time I did it." You want to be able to be with those folks and say, "Remember that day we."
Yeah. Or like with the North End Animal Crew, it can be like, remember that day we all went number 1 at the same time in the bathroom, because it's no fun when you're like, yeah, I was in the pits all by myself and stopped at the bathroom. Yeah, that's true. You got to be with your buddies. And I'm not one that goes to the bathroom with a bunch of men or women for that matter, but at least you could all walk down there together.
The North End Animals. Remember when we filled that whole trough there down the Meridian ourselves?
We had everybody around. We were passing the beer bucket because we each got one last drink before we went back home. Brian and AJ Martinson and LeBronny and that whole crew. Yeah, I'm hanging with my buddies because I have nearly zero regrets at the job I've got to do for the last nearly quarter century at Meridian Speedway. I think my 2 minimal regrets are, I would love to go see some other racetracks, but I don't want to leave my home one, so I'd like to spread my wings a little bit. And, we don't really get to sit with our buddies because we're working, so not really regrets, but 2 things that I would be like, I could change. But yeah, I'm hanging with if I get a night, and you got like 8 announcers in there and I'm just sitting in the grandstands, I'm sitting with my buddies. I don't care if I see the pits that night.
Yeah, that's why I force my family to work at the track too, is that way they're with, you know what I mean? It's like, hey, I want to hang out with you guys at the racetrack, but I don't want to not announce. So get a job,
Get a job. My kids have all done some sort of a job at a racetrack. It's like, Oh, you miss daddy? Then get your butt in the truck, go flip some burgers, and you'll be just fine. We'll go to the pit
Yeah.
My kids have never missed me, but I just thrown that in there.
It's just, yeah, man. It's making memories at a racetrack. It's been such an interesting experience for me because I didn't grow up in racing. On that side of things, all of my memories have really come since I've started to work at a racetrack. But it's just a weird thing. It's different. It's an experience you just have to experience. And we've got to get more people to come out to the racetrack that haven't been, because you never know. It just changes your life. Like literally, we would talk about this at Rocky Mountain Raceways, how outside of the racetrack, if we had met somewhere else, I don't know if I'd still be friends with some of these people or whatever. You know what I mean? Like we might not even have been friends, but because of the racetrack, I'm now connected to people forever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's different than just like, oh, I used to work with this guy. It's like, well, we worked at this racetrack, you know, and it's different. It's just like, I don't know how to describe it very well. It's just different. And I meet people like, you know, I met Randy Kerr and I met Spanky back, you know, 8 years ago or whatever at Rocky Mountain Raceways. And I didn't know I'd be, you know, working directly with them like I am now. You know what I mean? But this is where things have turned. And even though we live a couple 100 miles away from each other, at least, they're some of my favorite people. You know what I mean? It's just such a different experience. And the memories that you make at the racetrack are ones that'll stay with you forever. And that's why I try to tell people, you just don't understand when people say, I couldn't drive 2 hours, 2+ hours to go to a race, you know, go work every weekend.
Right.
And it's like, you got to be at a racetrack to experience it, to understand. Go to a party in the pits, hang out for a little bit.
Yes. It's yeah. I've always said my best friends and my best enemies that are sometimes the very same person I've met at a racetrack. You know, I mean, it's look at these comments. You know, you can scroll down those comments, and the longer you're a part of the family, the more you're like, oh yeah, friend, we get along, friend. Oh, I crashed that guy once, but he's still my friend. You know, that's
Yeah.
it's a totally yeah. I just don't think the people that aren't a part of it understand.
Yeah.
You know, it's yeah, it's just crazy. It's crazy how these people you know, you get attached to them. And even like this, even though Brian says that when you're peeing in the troughs at Meridian Speedway, there is one space rule between each other.
No shoulder to shoulder.
No shoulder. Come on, Malloy. I bet you after a couple buckets of beer, Brian Malloy and AJ Martinson are leaning on each other to hold each other up while they're coming in with the truck. Just kidding, Brian. I don't think you would do that. Although I've seen some of Brian's dance moves on the internet after drinking a few drinks. So, you know. So yeah. So awesome. So Patrick and I are going to talk after this show, because one person, I'm going to wait. We're going to do some check-in. Somebody gave us a pretty cool idea, and they're willing to throw a little sponsorship in here so we can be a little more interactive with our fans. So your idea is, Brian's crying because he's like, yeah, that's right. I would lean on him. What's this look? Andrew Palmer. Explain yourself, Palmer. But I know for
he probably jumped on here just talking about people peeing.
Yeah, that's right.
I was like, what?
Him and his green car got us all talking about peeing. No, Palmer's probably down at the racetrack. Speaking of racetrack friends, family, people that I think I've seen Andrew more on non-race days when I'm just like cruising through the racetrack at night because I have nothing to do. And then, you know, last night, out of the men's room comes Andrew Palmer at 9:00 on a Tuesday. Maybe he was in there leaning on somebody. I don't know, but
yeah. See, he was just a little scared.
A little scared. It's okay, Andrew. We all have to pee.
It's natural. Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to do it. I mean, in the bathroom, behind the trailer, for a race car driver in a long race, sometimes you just go. I've heard there's NASCAR drivers, they just let it loose.
Yeah.
I don't want to know if Palmer's ever just let it loose, but Andrew Palmer is working on a Speed Tour sprint car. He is going to make his true debut
What?
1 week from Friday night. The number 9 Busch Light car. I'm just telling him, Andrew, you're on here. I'm telling him. And if it doesn't happen, then I'll just tell him that you were just full of it. Number 9 Busch Light car, Andrew Palmer. I already saw his name on the entry list. So he's going from pro late model, street stock. He drove a Hornet last weekend, and a week from Friday, see him in a, and he'll be in his pro late this weekend again at Meridian, and then sprint car racing.
Oh man,
just around the corner. And Andrew and I have, Emma's right. She said she's an open wheel fan. Andrew's a great kid, hell of a race car driver. He says he's afraid of me for some reason, so I just like, when you like joking with somebody and it kind of gets them, like they kind of think it's funny, but they're kind of like, you're kind of weird. What are you joking with me for? That's the relationship I have with Andrew Palmer.
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. Spanky's right. That dude, he's a stud. He can just badass. Best way.
We've had him on the show before, and I will just throw this out to him because he says now the pressure's on. He's doing it the right way. Grandpa and Dad, he's a 3rd generation, maybe 4th. I just know the first 2 generations race car driver. He takes laps. He goes out on Thursday night. He gets morning practice. He just goes in circles. And I have heard people like, God, what are those guys? Look at the money they spend on practice. Yep. And he's probably got a really, really good shot at doubling up on championships this year. 2 different classes. He's right there in the heat of the mix already. Practice makes perfect. That's why Patrick and I do this podcast every week, and someday it'll be good.
We're trying to get it right. We'll get there.
We'll get there. Palmer, when you win a sprint car race, we'll have a perfect podcast, and I hope it's really soon because we're all practicing.
We're putting in the what do you call it? The seat time.
Yeah, we're doing seat time. Oh, Andrew says he's blushing.
Oh, he probably turned real pink too because he's like me, real light skinned fella.
Yep. Sorry to make you blush, Andrew. Well, I could say, Palmer shouldn't be driving a race car. He hits everything except for the pace car, and I don't know what he's doing out there. That wouldn't make him blush. That'd make him mad. But he's not. He's nowhere near that. One of the best. He's going to be, when you and I are retiring, Patrick, Andrew Palmer's going to be winning just like Dennis Wirtz and Melissa Weaver and all these drivers that have 14 and 15 championships. Palmer, make sure Grandma makes some room on the trophy case because that kid's going to have a lot.
That's for sure. Yeah.
Okay. So Emma brought up, can't wait for Diamond Cup next Wednesday night. We were going to do it this week. We had a couple of our guys had a couple of travel issues. But I think it's going to be even better next Wednesday because they are going to be on the podcast. We're going to talk the 2025 Neil Allen Fine Jewelry Diamond Cup presented by Ninja Kitty Fireworks. And right after they get off the podcast, neither of them live in Idaho. They're jumping on airplanes and they're flying to Meridian because they're going to be here on Thursday. Kurt Kern and Mark Pasquale, they joined us last year. Kurt is like the godfather of modified and sprint car racing. Mark has really kicked off this JP Memorial Super Modified deal in memory of his father. So we are going to have those 2 gentlemen live 1 week from tonight. So 8:30 on next Wednesday. So that'll be good. Diamond Cup. Can you believe it? Diamond Cup preview. Just 1 week away.
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun. That's how race season goes for us. It just flies by. We hate the off season. It takes so long. All this crap happens every year. And then it's like green flag on race season. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Diamond Cup. We're talking about memorial races. And then it's like, well, trunk or treat time.
Yeah. And then we get back into our, now what are we going to do? Then we go banqueting and racing and all that stuff. I want to thank Travis Milburn, Cameron Edwards, the whole group out there, DJ Everett. I got bored Sunday. I was just like, literally mowed my lawn, and then I watched my lawn get watered, which really makes me feel like a 90-year-old man. I don't know why I was watching it. And then I'm like, if I just go sit on the couch and watch TV, then I'm really going to be an old guy. I texted DJ, one of our announcing counterparts. I'm like, did Travis say you guys are racing at Cart, Idaho this weekend? And DJ's like, main events are going to start here in about 30 minutes. Jumped in the truck and I cruised out to Cart, Idaho. Beautiful facility. They were racing out there this weekend. So I appreciate DJ for giving me a little tour because I'd been out there 4 or 5 years ago before any racing. So we got I got the grand tour of the pits with DJ. Got to watch DJ's son race a main event. Cart Idaho's cool. If you guys haven't been there, check it out. Travis Milburn from Motorplex at the Mill. It's pretty cool, and they're fast. And I think you and I need to get one.
Yeah, there's Idaho, man. As it's just there's good opportunities that we're blessed with in Idaho. So
yeah,
we got to take advantage.
That's what DJ and I were talking about. It's like we're hanging out at Cart Idaho. We are only 10 minutes away from the Motorplex at the Mill, 30 minutes away from Meridian Speedway. We literally could sit at Cart Idaho and hear Firebird Raceway, the NHRA drag strip racing at the same time across the highway. I mean, you don't think about it, but motorsports is alive and well here in Southwest Idaho. Black Canyon Raceway. We're going Outlaw Kart racing Friday night before we go double main event racing Saturday night. So mark your calendars, make your plans. And then, yeah, I'm really looking forward to next week. But, Kurt Kern, Mark Pasquale, they are just like the history and the knowledge and everything sprint car and super modified racing.
Yeah, so much history there. It's just good to it's one of those times where you and I just get to plug in the computers, turn them on, let those guys go, and we just sit there.
I love it. I also right before the show started, I got a chance to go sit down with Fred Vigil and Bob Copley. You get the cool opportunity, and I have I'll bring you a packet for the Olga's Prelude to a Dream on July 12th down at Twin. Bob and Fred, we talked a little bit about what was going on with that coming up. We're going to have them on the podcast June 25th. You may have to remind me because I'm old. June 25th, July 9th. Same thing with them. On July 9th, they're going to be headed to the Olga's Prelude to a Dream. So those guys are coming in too. Did we get a couple more? My little comment things lit up. We got a couple more before we close.
Yeah, we got Emma.
Yep, BCR Black Canyon Raceway. Emma, I'll be there. Dan Coyle, Mountain Home, Idaho Falls. Yeah, we got a couple of other tracks. So Mountain Home Dirt Track, Idaho Falls, kind of a little closer over towards your, eastern Idaho, down closer to the Utah area.
Yeah. I know there's actually a track. There's a drag strip in Idaho Falls that they're looking for an announcer. One of the guys that ran the drag strip, Ralph Perea in Salt Lake at Rocky Mountain Raceways, he's up there helping out now. I'm in Idaho Falls, and he had posted saying, hey, we're looking for an announcer to help out. So I had some people kind of shooting that my way, like, hey, here's an opportunity. And I'm like, y'all, you guys are missing out. You got to come up to Twin to Magic Valley Speedway because I'm already announcing over there. So
you're in the loop.
But I'm glad that people were thinking about me and wanted to make sure I saw the opportunity. But I love where I'm at, Magic Valley Speedway. So I told them, just come on up and you can see me up there.
Yeah. All right. So cool. That was a good one. I appreciate all the fans and friends and drivers for chatting with us. And we definitely appreciate the people that help us out with all the cool decorations behind us, with the microphones and stuff that we get to use. Got the Jeremy White stuff, the Spanky gifts, the Overturf photography and Race Din Bowling gifts. Patrick's like in Christmas heaven there.
I love it. Seriously, it's so nice. I love it. Thank you all. Thank you so much for sending me all these cool things. Spanky, Overturf photography, Jeremy. Look at all this stuff. This is great. I love it. I love my life.
We get to do chase our dreams, doing the best thing in the world, right? So yeah, Emma says, see you Friday. Spanky says, whoa, pay raise for Patrick. Dang. Now Spanky's going to be like, we'll talk about it in October.
Yeah, just give him some an extra box of milk duds. We'll be all right.
Yeah,
I love they treat me so well there. Brian says, thanks, gentlemen. Thank you. We appreciate everybody tuning in and the interaction. This is what it's all about. Brent and I love the nights where we get to just talk with you guys about racing, give our thoughts, maybe toss out some weird would you rathers like that. I appreciate you guys' patience with us on that. And playing along, because that's what it's all about. Just remember, we've asked, Brent's posted on the socials, go to our Facebook page, like the page, go to the YouTube, subscribe there. It helps us out. We got to try and get some more opportunities on the social media. So make sure you do that and share it if you can, if you think somebody else might be interested.
Yeah.
Brian says, see you Saturday, find a bike. I'll be right there with you. Look at that. We got to get senior bike night.
Okay. Brian Malloy, Brent Hardy, bike racing Saturday night. That could get ugly. Yeah, go to the YouTube page. We're knocking on the door of over like 200 and some videos that we've uploaded. Some of them are obviously the portion of the lives, but they're just all these videos that Peyton and those guys help us with. All kinds of videos. You can talk to your favorite. You can watch us talk to your favorite driver and all the cool stuff.
Yeah.
Emma, senior bike race. Man, I don't know what to say, Patrick, because not that far off.
I know, dude. I'm not that far. Yeah.
I'm almost to the point where I can't even argue it anymore.
It's all good.
Yeah. Okay. So next Saturday or next Wednesday, Kurt Kern, Mark Pasquale, the official 2025 Pit Stop Podcast Diamond Cup preview show. I'll get some info from Brent and Colton, and who knows, we might have 4 or 5 guests. Anybody wants to join us that wants to talk Diamond Cup, that's the night, because next Wednesday while we're talking, there's going to be super modifieds and sprint cars pulling into the racetrack. Colton's going to be busy putting them in their parking spots, and the big show this weekend on both racetracks, speedcast.tv if you can't join us. And then we'll go do some flow racing for the Diamond Cup on the 13th and 14th or whatever dates those are.
Yeah.
13th and 14th. So you can always catch us. Also, go to the Idaho Historical. I was going to do this earlier, but we had too much fun. Idaho Historical Racing Society page available now, courtesy of Threads in Twin Falls, the board, Overturf Photography. The official IHRS T-shirts and hats are available now, $25 a pop, and they're a dedication to Al Russell. So Jerry with Overturf helped Spank and I with the picture on the back. So go to IHRS on the Facebook page. If you're at Meridian Speedway or Magic Valley, I think Spanky's going to take a little bit of inventory down there, so you take a look at that and help support the Idaho Historical Racing Society with purchase of some actually pretty cool T-shirts. Steve York crew down at Threads in Twin Falls, they hooked us up.
Yeah, it's a win-win because it helps the society, and you get a cool T-shirt. So it's a win-win.
Yeah. Okay. It's June. It's hot. It's summer. It's time to go racing. So for all of our sponsors, Patrick, thank you. I was like, sometimes I feel like I'm a driver hog. So I sent Patrick a message. I'm like, you're in charge, dude. You do it, and because we always have a blast when you have your stuff. So I appreciate you.
No worries. Yeah.
Okay. So Magic Valley, so Black Canyon Raceway, Magic Valley Speedway, Meridian Speedway, wherever you want to see racing, start packing those bags and coolers. It's time to go, and we will see you next Wednesday. We'll probably kick it off about 8:15, 8:30, because I know Mark Pasquale and Kurt Kern, they can really fill up our time, and I can't wait to talk to them. So,
Kurt Kern, look, he's
Russell Hills, Kurt Kern,
Russell Hills.
All right, see, he's ready, he's rolling.
I love it.
Thank goodness. See, now I know that he's listening, so he knows what to expect. So, there we go. Diamond Cup preview 1 week away, and Patrick and I will see you guys in a couple of days at the racetrack.
See you later.
See ya.